welcome to a woodland outdoor edition of the ABC of EDC. We're outside because the thing we're reviewing today deserves a bit of an outdoor setting. We're reviewing this. This is the Casio Duro Marlin. I think it's the 106-1AV. But what this really is the beater's beater. I've had this thing for years. It was probably the second watch I bought when I was kind of getting back into watches. And I didn't know what legend this thing actually was. I learned that afterwards. I just went on to Amazon and I looked for the kind of watch I wanted at the time as far as what my kind of flavors were. And I found this thing for 45 quid. And it has nearly kind of left my wrist since then, in a sense of dog walking, out and about, building, doing whatever you got to do, DIY. This thing is the watch for you. Now, this has been reviewed to death by everyone. But the thing that always annoys me when they review this, even my guy Ted. So my guy the other day, Teddy Baldassar, right? I don't know if it was the other day. I saw it the other day. It might have been years ago. He reviewed this watch, just the classiness of this watch. But how he did it was beautiful shots in the studio, well-lit slow-mos and macros showing the hands and the bezel and everything. And this is a beautiful watch, don't get me wrong. They don't live in a studio. It needs to be beaten up. It needs to be mashed up. It needs to be trod on. It needs to be getting muddy and wet, covered in dust and concrete and bird crap and sawdust and just all kinds of stuff. It's meant to get beaten up. This is the watch that takes a kicking and keeps on ticking, you know what I mean? Like this thing here, man, it's a beast level, absolute beast level. I'll be wearing it. I'm wearing this today. I'm wearing the San Martin, right? The vintage diver. But I should have this on. The only reason this isn't on my wrist in this scenario is because I'm reviewing this and I wanted to kind of show you. I mean, there's no doubt. It's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful thing. But it should get beaten up. It should be soaking wet, muddy. It should be mashed up. It shouldn't be clean. Because the fact is you can mess this thing up and you can throw it around. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And it just looks as awesome. It looks better. This thing's got little scratches and little dings on it. And it looks better for it. This is meant to be outside. It's meant to be getting dirty and mushed up and smashed up and grimy and grit. And the bezel's supposed to crunch as you turn it because of all the weird gunk you've got under it. This is just a beautiful watch. So I've endeavored to come out here and I'm going to throw in shots, but it's not going to be of this thing clean. It's not going to be of this thing nice and beautiful. And you can see the edges because that's not what this thing is. This thing is the beater of beaters. It takes a licking, a kicking, and keeps on ticking. Love this thing. Quartz, I think it's like 42 mil. It's a pretty thin bad boy. It's made of 316 stainless steel, whatever it is. There's no ceramic, there's nothing, man. Basic crystal there, scratched up. Mine is scratched up. My bezel is scratched up. Things are a little bit crunchy, a little bit grimy. It comes on this basic ass rubber strap, but I do switch it out for NATOs and all sorts of stuff. I can't recommend this watch enough, but you need to see it as it's meant to be. Messed up, crunked up, grimy, ghetto watch. This is what this bad boy is. And it ain't 45 quid no more. It's now 65, 70, even into the hundies for different colors they do now. But really, this is your perfect watch. If you can get it, buy a second-hand one, because it'll be the same as a new one. It'll be better. It'll have some character. I love this watch. I'm never afraid to knock this and smash this because I know it'll just look better. Ladies and gentlemen, the ABC of EDC kindly offers you the best watch ever.
as good as new.